Okay, everyone, it is now time for me to give my official 2020 NFL awards out to coaches and players. Now, a reminder right here, I'm not actually telling you who I think is going to win the award. I'm telling you who I would vote for as far as who's coach of the year, who's MVP, who's the comeback player of the year, etc., etc. Without further ado, let's get started. So, my 2020 coach of the year. The head coach that would get my vote for the 2020 coach of the year is actually Ron Rivera, head coach of the Washington football team. Now, I know for a fact that Ron Rivera is not going to win this award. Most voters are probably going to vote for either Sean McDermott, Brian Flores, or more than likely Kevin Stefanski, the Cleveland Browns head coach. Now, I'm from Dayton, Ohio, so I get a chance to watch a lot of Browns games, and I am a big believer in Kevin Stefanski, and I will not be super duper mad if Kevin Stefanski wins NFL head coach of the year for the 2020 season because ultimately he's a deserving candidate. But I think that Ron Rivera is a tad bit more of a deserving candidate simply because did anyone expect Washington to make the playoffs? Because I actually picked the Cleveland Browns to make the playoffs this year. I looked at Cleveland and I said, okay, this is a super talented team that has improved their offensive line. They've improved, several areas of their team. They just need Baker Mayfield to produce, and they need a head coach. So I saw a vision for Cleveland to make the playoffs this year. Now, a lot of you people laughed at me when I told you Washington was the most underrated team in all football, but I had no idea that Washington was going to make the playoffs. I felt they would be an improved team, and they were arguably the most underrated team in all football. I think that I was actually proven right due to Washington making the playoffs, but did anyone expect Washington to win that division this past year? Because I don't think very many experts or NFL analysts or NFL fans and even diehard Washington fans expected their team to make the playoffs. The team was 3-13 in 2019. And they improved tremendously this past year. Ron Rivera had to shuffle around Taylor Heineke, Kyle Allen, Dwayne Haskins, and the corpse of Alex Smith. And he somehow did it and helped Washington win the division. Washington was a lost franchise before Ron Rivera got there. And in year number one, with Ron Rivera battling cancer, he turned around that culture and he created a great infrastructure within Washington's organization. So for that reason, I got to vote for Ron Rivera as far as 2020 head coach of the year. He gets my vote over Kevin Stefanski for the reasons that I mentioned. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big-time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.